Oh yeah, right back at Victory Park. And to our next destination, the Haggin Museum. Welcome back to another awesome adventurous video. I am Jeffy, the adventurer, and in this week's video, I am going around to take a tour of the Haggin Museum located in the greater city of Stockton, California. And I am inviting you guys to go inside with me and take this awesome tour as we explore Stockton, California's rich history. There it is, the old Haggin Museum. That's where we're going, right there. And right here they have the banner with the museum name, along with the hours of operation and the museum website. Standing here right here at the front entrance, you can either enter right here or you can enter right over here on the side of the building. They'll take you up inside. You ring the little doorbell, they open the door, then they'll take you up in the elevator inside to the main lobby. Upon entry, you can pick up one of these visitor guides right at the ticket kiosk. This right here is the Hunter Grain Farm near Linden, pictured 1879. The Genie Hunter rooms recreate a gracious California home of the late 1860s. The Victorian furniture in the 4 rooms, which include a parlor, back parlor, and 2 complete bedrooms, was purchased over 100 years ago by Mr. and Mrs. Anthony Hunter, and it's arranged just as it was in their farmhouse. This must be Jeannie Hunter herself, protruding right here outside upon entry, as pictured in the little story I just told. This must be the parlor and the back parlor, as it did all those years ago. And here is bedroom number 1. And bedroom number 2. Now these are locked behind a door, so there is no entry. All you can see is right here beneath the glass. Here's an old photo right here of Robert Stockton. This is who Captain Weber named Stockton, California after. And there's the man himself, founder of Stockton, California, Captain Charles M. Weber. Now entering the First People Gallery. Now before Captain Weber founded Stockton, California in the 1800s, or anyone else in the state of California, lived Native Americans in 1769, maybe before then. There were at least 310,000 Native American Indians living in California. Here is Mission San Carlos, 1792. This is from an engraving in Captain George Vancouver's A Voyage of Discovery to the North Pacific Ocean and Round the World, published 1798. This right here is a statue of San Jose. This is what San Jose, or who San Jose, is named after today. Right here, this right here is called a stole. S-T-O-L-E, you know, like I stole something. It was worn around the neck of the mission priest during church services. It symbolized the yoke of Christ and the Christian duty of working loyally for the Holy Kingdom. Down here we have a roof tile, an adobe brick, and right next to it is a water pipe from years and years ago. This is a map that locates many of the rancheros that were situated in the northern portion of the Central Valley in the early 1840s. Most of present-day Stockton and San Joaquin County would eventually spread across one of these, El Campo de los Franceses. The ranchero near the bottom of the map, outlined in pink. You can see right down there. That's pretty cool. And here's my amigo right here. My amigo. Oh yeah. This is what a ranchero looks like. One of my favorite galleries, the Settlers. We have Captain Weber, founder of Stockton, just protruding right up here in the nature, along with geese flying high up in the air. And here's what a very old bear trap would look like. I assume very painfully for the bear or anyone who got in its way. Here's an old boat shop that used to be in Stockton. The Stevens Brothers boat shop, as recreated right here. And here is what one of their 26-foot run boats look like, built in the 1920s. It's a very long and cool looking boat. Now entering the Argonauts exhibit. This is a picture from 1849 of Sacramento from the foot of J Street. San Francisco in 1854 from the head of Sacramento Street. And Stockton in 1858 from the intersections of El Dorado and Channel Street. An old gold pan from the old gold rush era, 1849. So this contraption, they would put the dirt through that little sifter. It'd come out this end, and they have their little pan on the end. That's where the gold would be at. That's how they pan for gold. Upon panning, they would weigh and measure their gold. Upon getting the gold, they would craft it into these cool little jewelries like watches and rings and even coins. This is Moses L. Rogers, originally a slave in Missouri. Rogers came to California in 1849. Over the years, he gained his freedom and became a successful mining engineer. He was not only the superintendent of the famous Washington mine near Hornitos in Mariposa County, but also owned several of his own mining concerns in the same area. However, Rogers brought his family to Stockton so that his 5 daughters might attend school here. In the R.L. Polk and Company Stockton City Directory of 1888, he was listed simply as Rogers Moses L., mining expert. He died in 1900, but his home at 921 South San Joaquin Street is a Stockton Historic Landmark and is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. A recreation of the Sperry Flour Company. This is the Wagner Roller Mill. A recreation of the one that was in the Sperry Flour Mill. They would use it to make the flour. Right over there in that contraption, they would bag the flour. Here's an old photo, April 22nd, 1918, of Ben Holt meeting General Ernest Swinton. And there's the water tower. It says Holt right on it, and right underneath it says Caterpillar. Ben Holt's company. Here's what one of Ben Holt's tractors look like. This is the Holt 75. Right on top it says Caterpillar, his company, and his name, Holt, engraved right there, right on the engine. Here's a recreation of the Chinese herb shop. The Feng Li Herb Store was originally located at 215 South Hunter Street in Stockton. Often prescribing as well as preparing herbal remedies, the herbalist helped fill the traditional medical needs of Stockton's Chinese community. Blacksmithing, this is where all the magic began. Cool little recreation right here. Here's a recreation of a one-room schoolroom. Children of different ages and grades will often attend school in the same room and share the same teacher. Those students who didn't have to leave school to work graduated after the 8th grade. The old time saloon. Even though it has these little swivel doors, can't go in there. It's protected by this plexiglass. More similar to a bar today, these saloons. It's where you went and had a drink and you played some slot machines and some card games. It's definitely one of those where you got drunk and gambled. An old-time drugstore. They actually made the medicine from scratch right there in that bowl. Then they measured it right next to the bowl. They put it in bottles. Thus your medicine was ready. Put it right there on the shelves. Much like a pharmacy, current day. This trunk always creeps me out when I'm here. Little Trunk of Horrors is what it's titled. This trunk was used by Emma Ledoux in her attempt to dispose of the body of Albert N. McVicker, which is her 3rd husband, here in Stockton, California in March of 1906. Ledoux was arrested, tried, and found guilty of first-degree murder and became the first woman in California to be sentenced to death. This is what Emma Ledoux looked like her mugshot from when she was sentenced. The wall of many swords. And the wall of many guns. You can buy a bird's eye view of Stockton in 1852 for $12.50. It's pretty cheap. Right here downstairs, they have the gift shop. The museum store is what it's called. Now it's time we do fire departments through the years. Here is the volunteer fire department, 1850 to 1887. This is a portrait of a Stockton fireman circa 1890s on an oil canvas from an unknown artist. This is an 1862 Neffy and Levy steam pumper. Even has Weber's name on it. This one's an old 1853 button hand pumper. It's pretty old. And finally an 1873 Babcock chemical wagon. Over here is the first 50 years, 1888 to 1938. Kinda similar, but different in a way as the first display case that I showed you. This one is the fire alarm telegraph system, 1880 to 1979. This is modernizing the department, 1938 to 1987. Now they're getting close to how they look current day, but just not quite there yet. And finally, the last one, 100 years of service, modern day firefighting gear, what they look like current day. That's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the tour of the Haggin Museum located in Stockton, California. I will put the address to this museum down below in the description so you guys can come check it out for your own two eyes. Hope you like and subscribe to my channel and hit that bell notification. Will keep you guys up to date on my future videos. As always, see you guys in the next video.